Welcome to New This Week episode for March 23rd. We've got a new Valiant comic, Armorclads #1. They've been putting these Valiants and putting out, Harbinger, Shadow Man. They're not like they used to where they oversaturated, put too much stuff in. It's good to see that they're getting another #1 out. We've got Black Hammer Reborn, #10. One of my non-favorite books ever. Bolero, #3. Count Crowley, #1. I believe they've done a Count Crowley book before, and there's another miniseries for this. One of my favorite independent companies, Source Point Press, has Cover of Darkness #3. There are a couple other Source Point Press books coming out this week. I think they put out some decent quality. A book I really like a lot. I rag on the writer a lot, but it's a good book. The Department of Truth, #17. Again, we're going to agree to disagree. I rag on the art all the time. We get comments, I like the art and whatever. Again, we like what we like. My eyes bleed every time I look at this. So usually I try to read the book before I go to bed, so they'll dry up after, I won't be bleeding throughout the day. And again, James Tynion, he actually doesn't have the 4th on the cover this time. So, that's just a little running thing that I have going there too. AWA, The Fourth Man, #3, fantastic cover. I mean, you got a bird eating an eyeball up here, some blood coming up here. Yeah, love the cover. The book's been very, very popular. Image has Ghost Cage #1. Not really sure what this is. I mean, I ordered it a couple months ago, so I don't remember, but I scanned through it. It's black and white. The artwork looks really good. Some words. There are a lot of pages without words. It's not enough to complain about that there's not enough words, but it's close. But I'm looking forward to it. Probably my favorite book of the week coming out here. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. I love Godzilla. I could give two craps about Power Rangers. I hope Godzilla stomps the shit out of them, okay? But I think this probably would just be a fun book. Who knows? I'm going to take it home and try it. I'll read or watch anything Godzilla. So, yeah, this definitely won't be a forgettable book. If you read this, you're going to remember it. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But you'll remember it. Unlike other titles that IDW may put out. Maybe even some of their sci-fi stuff. I won't mention any names. Got the Gunslinger #6. Don't even have to talk about this. We know what it is. It sells itself. Another Source Point Press book. #4 of the Haunted Highons. This is a horror story, a horror book that they put out. It's pretty decent. AWA Upshot, issue #4 of Hotel. This is the second miniseries of this. They're both worth checking out. I think this is the final issue of Joy Operations #5. If it is, thank God. I mean, I like Bendis. This just hasn't interested me. It hasn't interested a lot of people. There's some people who still like it. But it hasn't sold like a Bendis book usually sells. So I hope the next one he does with Dark Horse, maybe it's a little better. I'm not down on Bendis. I like a lot of his stuff, but there's some stuff that I don't think this did it. And we've got Philadelphia there's no number on the front. I've had problems like this before. I'm probably looking at it, but I don't see it. I think it's number 11, 20. I don't know. I don't know. 20, I think. It's there's actually no number on the front of this book. Oh, here it is, right down there. Almost in the same type of color of the artwork that's there. Yeah, so it's number 20. So they can't even put it so it's predominant that you can actually see what number you're buying of this book. Again, another pet peeve, but maybe I'm just an idiot. I probably should have seen the 20 down there, but I don't know. I'm done talking about that crap now. Now we have King's Vengeance #2 by Scout Comics. Garth Ennis book from Aftershock, The Lion and the Eagle. If you like his war stuff, this is a must-read. And if you just like pure violence, Maniac of New York #4. This is a book you need to read. And right on the cover, they're telling you you're going to regret not buying this comic. My Bad, #5. Ahoy puts out some okay stuff, some, kind of out there sort of stuff, but it's a good little company. And I've enjoyed the first 2 issues of these books. This is Quad Walls. Each one has been Quad with a different name on it. So I guess, technically this is the third issue, but it is a #1. So they're all like little one-shots and stuff. But the first 2 I've enjoyed. And probably one of my favorite characters in this book, because I don't like this book anymore, Saga #57, is the Lion Cat. The best character. For those of you who don't read the book, the cat will tell you if you're lying. He just says, all it says is lying. So I'm excited for this book because he's on the cover. Now, if the Lion Cat was around, maybe he'd say something. He probably would. Then we've got Speed Republic #2. Stranger Things comic books are still coming out. Issue #1. It would be nice if they did the one more season of the Stranger Things TV show before the kids become adults, and it won't make sense with them anymore. And then we got Heavy Metal Swamp God. Now, first issue of this book was okay. It's called Until My Knuckles Bleed. Here's issue #2. Here's issue #3. All right. One of my pet peeves, I think we've mentioned this before, are these shit-ass companies that are behind on their stuff, and then when they says, we need to catch up, they'll put 2 issues out in the same week. Knock it off. Put one out one week, one out the next. But why put 2 out in the same week? Makes no sense. Nobody likes it. And plus, this is the same company that did Night Janek. They put the thing on the back company. There's a reason why, and it's funny because I like some of Behemoth's stuff, but there's a reason why no one carries your books. Because you're inconsistent on pretty much anything. Oh, here's another Behemoth book right after it, too. Watch Dogs Legion. This book I'm not reading. And the last issue for the Independents is a Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo book, We Have Demons. There's just 2 covers. Scott Snyder for me is hit or miss. A lot of it, I like more of his own creative work stuff than some of the stuff he does for other people. I'm hoping this is good. Greg Capullo, you know what you're going to get for artwork. You either like him, you don't. I think his artwork is really good. So I'm hoping that this book is decent because I want to like something from Scott Snyder again. So that's it this week for the Independents. I want to come to DC. You're going to notice something that's pretty scary. It's a good chance that hell may have froze over. Because, it's a small week for DC, but it's not all Batman. It's actually a miracle. There's only one Bat book out there. There may be like one other Bat family book. Write this day down on the calendar that DC has other characters besides Batman. It's amazing. Next week, though, we'll have 15 different Batman books. But this week, we can rejoice and breathe non-Batman crap. All right, so we're going to start with Action Comics 1041. We got Aquaman Green Arrow, issue #6 of 7. Deathstroke number 7. We're in the D's. You can almost expect what's coming next. Detective Comics 1058. There is no Amazing Spider-Man this week. I've complained about Spider-Man coming out weekly and this book coming out weekly all the time. It needs to stop. Well, there's no Spider-Man this week. Maybe Detective will stop too. We've got Harley Quinn number 13. We've got Thomas King's The Human Target. And we've got Icon and Rocket number 6. New Black Label book, issue number 1 of Rogues. I believe this is going to be all about the Flash's Rogues Gallery. I like a lot of his characters after Jeff Johns took him over. It used to be a bunch of silly clowns. Then Jeff Johns took it over back in the maybe late 90s, early 2000s. And I wish I liked the Flash, but the Flash is just an idiot who runs fast now. But he's got some cool characters that try to fight him. Then we've got Task Force Z number 6. Teen Titans Academy number 13. The cheater is going wild on this cover. Looks like she's in berserker rage. Trials of the Amazon Wonder Girl. Issue 1 of 2. And we're going to finish it off with a trade paperback, Agent of Peace of Wonder Woman. And that's what we have for DC this week. Kind of exciting. Well, because there's really not a lot of Batman. Besides that, nah. I actually bored myself while I was doing that. Awful. All right, now we're going to come to Marvel. Avengers Forever number 4. Ben Reilly Spider-Man number 3. Not a real big fan of the cover, but it kind of looks like it actually kind of looks like a cover from the 90s. I don't know if they're mocking it, they're paying homage to it or whatever, but I do like Ben Reilly, so that's a book I'll check out. Captain America Iron Man number 5. For all you Peach Momoko fans, got Demon Days Blood Feud number 1. Got a couple Devil Reigns book this week. We got Devil Reigns number 3, Villains for Hire. And Devil's Reign, X-Men number 3. Oh, I didn't pick up this book. I'm not a big fan of Elektra, but we got Elektra Black, White, and Blood number 3. Didn't realize that they actually gave Anno Seni a job again. I was just seeing her name would make me not want to read this book now, because some of the worst books I have ever read in my entire life have come from her. Here's a book that they need to change the writer on. Iron Man number 18. The fact that they're probably paying big money to have Alex Ross do the covers. You would think you would get more out of it, but it seems like sales go down all the time for this. They need to fire the writer, get a new writer on it, new story, and make Iron Man great again. And keep Alex Ross on the covers. Maestro number 2. And what I think this week you're gonna feel, it feels like Marvel changed the paper on a couple of their covers. This one does, but on one of them down here, it's definitely has a different feel, but kind of cheaper. To the point of where I think you're gonna just see them start curling. You get a humid day, you're gonna just start seeing them all curl by themselves. They're all gonna have to be bagged and boarded just to keep them from not curling. This feels like one of them, but a couple down. I think they changed it, but not on every book this week. So we'll see if this is a supply chain issue of paper, or if this is going to be where they're going from now on. Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit number 4. This feels normal. And this one, Savage Spider-Man number 2. This is the one where you can really feel it. It just doesn't feel right. It feels flimsier than normal too. So I don't know. Shang-Chi number 10. couple Star Wars books. Start off with Darth Vader number 21. Book is just a constant great seller. Well, I liked Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 19, but if I saw this cover, I don't think I'd ever pick this up. There's nothing there that looks Star Wars-y at all. I think they put the wrong cover. This should have been on another book. I know the world's going to be excited for this. The Lethal Protector is back. Brains are back on the menu. Venom Lethal Protector number 1. And we've got Wolverine Patch number 1. Larry Hama's back writing a book for Marvel. And to finish it off, we've got 10 Deaths of Wolverine number 5. Well, there you have it for this week. That's the books. Some good, some bad, but enjoy. Hope to see you next week when we do another video for you.